Hey, what's up everybody? Rob Marzullo here, Ram Studio Comics. Welcome back. So in today's video, I'm doing some more creature design work, and I wanted to do something that was a little bit, eerie or scary. Not quite gory. I mean, I don't do a whole lot of gore stuff, but there's probably a little bit of gore factor to this one. But, kind of an eeriness and a little bit darker than I normally would do, I guess. But it's always fun to experiment, and obviously with creature design, there's a lot of that gritty eeriness that you want to see if you can incorporate into the work. Now this is just a drawing, so I just drew this digitally in Manga Studio 5, and I didn't show the interface on this particular one because I wanted to be just focused on the drawing aspect of it, and it's really just practice for the course that I'm working on now, which is a creature design course that's going to be available on all the different platforms that I use. So I'll make sure to share that when that comes available. But yeah, I just started practicing with this concept, and then I just started getting more and more into it. And it kind of spawned from somebody commenting on a previous video and saying, "Hey, it'd be cool if you put like Jorogumo in your creature design course." And that's really what this concept is based upon. I didn't adhere to any specific image or anything like that. I just kind of did my own thing. In fact, I actually got the legs wrong. For a spider body, legs actually go up first and then down and back out or whatever. So I messed that up. But I don't even know if you can call it messing up, because really whenever you're doing creature design, you can really do whatever you want. You could give it the legs of a crab, the body of a spider, the head of a Dalmatian. I don't know. I can't think of anything else. But you really just hodgepodge it all together. So. But what I really thought was neat about this character, and I was kind of glad somebody mentioned it because it allowed me to look up this character and study it a bit, was the whole idea of like the sexy woman to allure the prey, or lure the prey in, I should say. So I just thought that was a really neat concept, and that's why I tried to make sure you could see the spider's face down at the bottom. Like it's just a facade. It's just like, hey, check out this chick on my head, come visit. I don't know, whatever. But it's cool. I love creative concepts like that, and it allowed me to get some inspiration and work on this. So what you see me doing here is just really kind of getting messy with it. Like I'm really mucking it up and drawing in a lot of shadows. And then I realized that all those heavy shadows, even though they kind of trace the character and make her stand out a bit, you lose a lot of the detail. In fact, that's why I pan back here, because you lose a lot of it. And I was trying to fix that by adding in more shadows, which is obviously kind of counterproductive. But then what I realized is, you know what? How about I go through these shadows and I do some lighter version of cross-hatching instead of just solid shadows. And what that does, I think, is that it texturizes it, and then it also breaks it up, because really in a lot of shots, you're going to want the darkest elements to the foreground to really push the depth in the scene. So she or it or whatever needs to be the most detailed and most prominent. But in a darkly lit scene like this, with a cave type background is what I was shooting for, it's kind of hard to convey that. So what I did is just again, what you see me doing there, and that's going through it all and adding in all the cross-hatching that you see there to soften up the shadows in the background. And this entire piece took me about 7 hours, which all in all isn't that bad for something that's detailed, I think, but I generally don't spend that much time on a pinup anymore with the work and schedule that I have these days. But that's what you see me doing there, and I did enjoy it. I really do enjoy cross-hatching and doing that shade work. It's something about it's almost peaceful to me, even though I'm kind of looking at the clock and going, should I just fill this in? It'd be so much quicker, but the end result wouldn't be as nice. So that's what you see me doing there. And, I love the fact that I can just blue line something and redraw over it. Again, using the soft erase like I do in almost everything, just soft erasing components of it down and redrawing in with a bit more detail and refinement. And yeah, overall, I was really happy with this piece. I haven't been able to sit down and do as detailed of a comic style like this lately, and I want to get back to that. I want to get back to drawing the Blackstone book, and we got some other comic projects on the burner, waiting to hear back on those. And and I just want to get back into illustrating like this, because it's really where my heart is. It's really what I enjoy the most. So hopefully you find this video informative and showing you a thing or two. And let me address one other question while we're here. I had a question like, how do you know where to put detail and how do you work through, panel, a scene, a full image like this? And I just want to tell you, like, if you really pay attention at the beginning of this, I didn't have all this information in place. I started out with a very loose, rough sketch, and that was just the body of the character. I knew I wanted to draw the spider with a female body, and that was about it. And then I started thinking about a cave, and then I started thinking about the bodies in the background. So you really just have to start with those basic shapes and then work into them and use the sketching to your advantage. Lightly sketch, soft erase, redraw, and repeat that process. And the more you do it, the more ideas will present themselves. So hope you enjoyed this video. As always, keep drawing, keep having fun, and I will talk to you soon.